It's your boy Millie checking in. Chat, I don't even know what I was doing. Last night I was watching a horror movie and I just had the munchies. I was eating so much. I feel bad because I was trying to fast today, but then I got hungry again. So I figured I'd chop it up with y'all. All right, gas station stop, guys. I got to get some gas right now. I'm in the boondocks, but I want to make sure I get this crypto content out to you guys. I want to give you guys my full perspective, what I'm doing in crypto. But first, let's get this gas station stop out the way. I just pulled up to the gas station. So I'm gonna grab this gas and then we're gonna get to the video. I know y'all wonder why I love to go to these areas where it's like construction and new developments, because I like to manifest things. Whether it's a home, whether it's owning an entire development, I use these opportunities to manifest and speak things that I want in my universe into existence. There's always building going on, right? There's always building going on. There's always new construction, whether you're talking about a corporate office, a plaza, or even a community. There's always building going on, which in my opinion means there's always opportunity. Another thing that I know a lot of people have been talking about, and let me know in the comments if it's starting to affect you, is the SNAP benefits and the fact that the government is closed. But as I was doing research, I see we got a even bigger issue. Now, the HUD housing fund should go out to November, but if the government stays closed, this could start affecting HUD houses and communities and families that have government housing to actually make money for that, because apparently, you know, they won't be getting paid. Of course, this funding goes out a full month, so it's not something I will worry about, because I honestly don't believe that the government is going to be shut down for another 60 days. I think maybe another 7 to 10 days. I don't know, for real. I don't know, but I don't think they're going to allow it to affect government housing. But think about this, right? This is why I know that this crypto dip, or whatever you want to call it, correction, flash crash, is an opportunity. Because when the government does open up, all of this stuff that we see, back pay, SNAP benefits, HUD housing, all is going to be reapplied, and it's going to be sort of like a short-term stimulus. And hopefully people will look across the board and see stocks, crypto, and all of this shit on sale and take advantage of the opportunity. Because regardless of how we look at it, if you look at seasonality, this is Q4. And last year it started off the same way, right? It was a little rough in October, and then things started to turn around. There's multiple AI companies that just did multiple deals with NVIDIA, right? So this is why, if it's one thing that I wouldn't sleep on, and that's the artificial intelligence narrative, right? I made a post on X. I said, hey man, you can sell whatever you want to sell. Don't sell Bitcoin, don't sell Tau, right? Because I made this this comparison. I said if Bitcoin and NVIDIA had a kid, it would be Tau. So I expect AI to continue to be full force, and one of the top narratives to go with prediction markets. Privacy has held up really good, and also, of course, RWA. When you see Larry Fink himself, the BlackRock GOAT, going on a press run talking about tokenization, and you know they work with Ondo and things of that sort. I want to make sure I cover all of my notes, guys, as I take my walk. I also want to talk about like the BS in the market. There's been allegedly a rumor about 100%. A whale that has like 100% win rate. He put in a $400 million leverage bet, and he finally took his first loss. I think he lost like 5 to 7 million so far. But that's what I'm saying, guys. I truly believe stuff like that has to be an insider, has to be market manipulation. I mean, is that a country? Who is putting $400 million in leverage? I don't think that's a regular person. Is that a country? Is that an entity? I mean, BlackRock just bought more. Oh my goodness, these ant pals are huge. Chat, look at these. Look at these ant pals. Look at those ant pals, man. They are huge. Just one over there as well. But like, who are these people? Is this fuckery that's going on? I made a post on X. I said, should I just become a serial developer? Because it seems like being unethical in crypto is how you make the most money in crypto. It seems like you just be unethical, you're gonna make money. That was interesting to see him finally take a loss. But like, who has 100% trading rate when 96% of traders lose money? Like that, to me, That was absolutely insane. But that just shows you, again, that there is a lot of money out here in the world. The M2 is still going up. Guys, we got to remember that the liquidity lags the euphoria. So what happens is crypto prices in all of this stuff before it happens, anticipating it doesn't happen. And if it doesn't happen fast enough, guess what? Crypto sells off. So that's why you see crypto and a lot of this leverage being washed out. The stock market, they're a little bit more wait on confirmation. So at the end of the day, if the Fed says, oh, we're going to do a Fed cut or we're going to end QT, then the liquidity lags. So at first, this is how they shake you out the market. They make you think like, oh, it's not going to affect the market. It's not going to affect the market. And they shake you out. They use the manipulation tactics, the market makers. They use all that to shake you out the market. And then boom, liquidity catches up with the market, and anybody that was holding and had those diamond hands, they get blessed. Think about it, guys. The people who made the most money on Bitcoin is the people that had those diamond hands. So like, we're not gonna let that this shakeout affect us, because we know that the liquidity is lagging. I think there's still some fuel left in here for us to see altcoins rally, just because they've fallen, and we've done this in an environment where things have been restrictive. So don't forget the plot or the plan. Short-term bearish, as long as those indicators are below, our momentum indicators are below that threshold, we are bearish. I'm not even gonna sit here and bullshit y'all like most of those guys do. We are bearish, and y'all can go watch the videos and see that the indicator has not lied. The indicator has not lied, and every time we're below that threshold, we are at risk, chat. We at risk. And you go watch those videos, be like, dang, Millie was right. He said any bearish news is gonna really affect the market every time that we are below those momentum indicators threshold. So just remember that. Ignore the sentiment and ignore that. We can look at the indicators and know that the sentiment is going to affect it, because we are lacking momentum, value, and liquidity. But it's coming, guys. It's coming. Trump says his main focus is cryptocurrency, right? And he also made it clear that China has a big interest in cryptocurrency. I know there was a rumor a few weeks ago that China was loading up on Tau. We're also seeing all of these ETFs, and we still haven't seen the liquidity from retail really flow into the inflows. It's been mostly institutions and smart money. What happens when all of the FOMO comes back to crypto, and all these people have these vehicles now to buy crypto, like the ETFs? This is why we gotta acknowledge the concern in crypto, acknowledge the lack of thereof, but also acknowledge that the fundamentals have not changed, and there's opportunity in the market. There's opportunity. I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but I'm not, and this is not bearish or bullish. This is, we're pointing out everything, pros and cons. And again, I think you know, if you're anticipating that liquidity will catch up with all of this bullish news, then you should be buying the dip, right? Buying the correction. If you're anticipating that this is the top of the market, because shit is just messed up, like nothing makes sense, right? Government is closed, stock still holding up, crypto is getting crushed, yet we still get bullish news. The president is talking about his biggest, the biggest thing on his mind right now is cryptocurrency. Like, he literally said that. Like, nothing makes sense right now. So if nothing makes sense, that means the game is still on. It doesn't mean it's over with. That means there's possibility, but we need to be going as hard as possible for our personal finance to make sure that we can take advantage of this opportunity. Because if stocks are still strong, that means there's still a chance that liquidity will rotate into cryptocurrency. Anyway, guys, let me know what y'all think about this crazy market. I gotta get back to my walk. Hopefully I covered everything and you guys have a clear understanding of how I'm looking at the market. I've been buying since Bitcoin 15K. I don't have to be like, oh, buy the dip. But if you haven't been buying crypto, or you got wrecked since 2024 when Trump became president, right, and bought everything at the top, this is the time now, right? This is the time now where you can make up for it, right? Anticipating that we get the historical bullish Q4, Q1, and then top out somewhere in 2026. But remember, there is a scenario where J Powell term ends and we chop until then, and then Trump gets whoever he wants to get in, and then it's just full bullish, full liquidity, full Fed printing. This may require some patience, but what's happening is unprecedented, right? I don't think the government has even been closed for this long. Let me know your situation. Is the government closing affecting you? I would love to know everybody's opinion. It's your boy Crypto Millie. I'll see you guys in the next one. I think a lot of the negativity stems from a lot of retail listening to these YouTubers. A lot of these YouTubers, especially the ones that's been in the game, they're not in touch with like the trenches, like people in real life, right? They're around other people that's successful, right? So you don't feel the heat as somebody that's working every day and struggling and trying to put their last, because they work hard every 2 weeks for this, to put it in crypto just to continuously lose money. That's where the line has to be drawn. And see, Millie understands. Millie gets it. Like, that's why y'all rock with me, because I understand. But a lot of these YouTubers, bro, they just don't understand. Hold on, I gotta make this left turn right here. They just don't get it, guys. They don't understand, right? And that's why it's only a few people from like the lower income class that actually make it in crypto, because they're able to be resilient. Crypto went through something, whether it was the FTX, Celsius, Voyager, Elon Musk selling his Bitcoin, capitulations from different companies, all of that stuff. I just kept going. Right? The multiple hacks, the Mt. Gox, I just kept going. And see, a lot of people just can't keep going because something may come up. And I understand that. Like, I get it. Emergencies, responsibilities, everyday life may come up, and you can't just afford to keep buying the dip. Right? So I think a lot of these YouTubers need to like come back down to earth, right? And understand that everybody ain't living that lifestyle, and everybody can't afford this crypto lifestyle. And be real, like to do crypto, you got to be able to afford the lifestyle. It ain't a poor man's lifestyle at all, bro, at all. And that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. You gotta have money to do this lifestyle. You can't do this without no money, for sure. And you know what I mean? Nobody wants to work hard for their money. Everybody already working hard. It's just like, it's unfortunate out here for a lot of people that want to be a part of cryptocurrency but just can't afford to be a part of it. It really is, right? It's unfortunate, man. And all I can say is only the strong survive. It's gonna be ups and downs. It's gonna be times where things are not going the way you want it to go, and you gotta just thug it out.